oh, I'll wait until tomorrow. It's June 1st. Or I'll just wait until Monday. Then I'll be able to get my mind right. Both are incorrect. Come on in. Come on in. What a great way to start. I always say a faith forward, fantabulous Friday on today. For you all, come on in. I will not be before you long. So excited to have you on. My name is Tori Marshall, and I'm excited to be before you on this finale day of May. May 1, 31. Yes, 31 days in May. And for those of you all who know me, it's not 31 O-N-E, but 31 W-O-N. Because guess what? Before we start June 1st, on the 1, we got to make sure that on May 31, we've already won. Come on in. Come on in. Please tag and share. Invite. For those of y'all who are watching the replay, thank you so much for joining me and us on this movement. Once again, my name is Tori Marshall, bringing you greetings from the south side, best side of Chicago, Illinois. So whatever time zone you are in, no worries, because with this information and content, we are always zoned in. So we are excited for this evening. I know for those of you all that you are yet on the verge of your work week ending. For those of you all, school has ended. To all of the educators, I salute you double time. Congratulations. For those who are yet towards the finish line, you are almost there. For this day, if you are completing work or on the verge of it, I celebrate you. And I'm just excited to share with you just what is taking place with us and for us and through us, and for everybody to be on the same page in terms of our mind. And so for those of you all who saw in the tagline of what this is all about, it is what is being birthed within the womb of your mind. I am a woman of God. I am a wife to my honorable husband, the true GOAT. And of course, it's not greatest of all time because I do not date or marry or court Common. I'm not talking about the rapper. That's Common. Christ marked, trademarked. He is my God-ordained anointed trailblazer that has pushed me, come alongside me, gone before me to evolve even to this day as far as being on this platform and sharing with you what is really within the womb of our minds. I'm Mr. Samuel Chad Marshall. I am a wife, honored to be and blessed a wife. I am a sister. I am an auntie. I'm celebrating my niece, Zoe Ray Tyler, just graduated from high school, went out to California, love California A, and so grateful to be an aunt to definitely my niece, Zoe Ray, and of course my nephew, and definitely nephew Jaden. I'm also just excited for all of them and their futures. So excited for what is to come in their lives. And I am a friend. Really, I'm a sister. I'm not a ride or die. I will ride until the spokes fall off. My husband is my ride and live. He rides with me and definitely allows me to live my fullest life. So who are you? And the reason why I'm sharing as far as who I am, I'm a woman of prayer. I am a mental health strategist, a Christian mental health strategist, because I go before the Lord in terms of what he has to share for me to be able to impact and share with you all. And I'm also a content curriculum creator. I'm the minister of Christian education. So many platforms, but at the end of the day, who are you? And a lot of times we go by what our job title is, but who you are should define what you do. And so I am just grateful that on the 1, before we even start going into June 1st, let's get our minds already set. And I am excited for the birthing, literally. You talking about some spiritual labor pains. For those of you all who are not connected with me on social media, my name is Tori Marshall. Please go on over and definitely visit my page. Send me a friend request. I also have a YouTube page, Mosaic Wellness Company. I'm the founder and Christian mental health strategist of Mosaic Wellness Company. And it is all about mind transformation. And so for those of you all who have viewed my page within the last couple of days, there's been literally a spiritual birthing that took place within me. And it launched this whole movement called I Am WOMBman. Yes, I pronounced it right, WOMBman. I hope you see my shirt. I Am WOMBman. And it stands for Worship, Overcome, Manifest Boldness. And so what are we creating? We are almost at the halfway mark of this year already. Time is flying. And a lot of times we hear about, oh, when are you due? And, you're pregnant. Usually with a woman, it's usually about a physical birth. But I'm talking about a spiritual birth. And I'm talking about whether it's birthing a business, birthing a book, birthing, just even with a move within your neighborhood. All of those things count. And I've been a part of so many conversations where there's all these different dreams and visions and so many things that the Lord has given each and every one of us. And then a week passed. And then, follow up within a month. Oh, I haven't gotten to that yet. And then before we know it, we're already at the halfway mark tomorrow, June 1st, June 1. And then, no, I have time. And then before you know, it'll be what? December 31. And here it is, year after year, all of these dreams and visions that you have are lying dormant. And so I don't want that to be your story. And so because of that, I'm excited to really be able to share before this weekend gets started. I know you all want to rest and relax, and that is always needed. But I always say you don't want to have a weekend. WEAKEND. You want to have a win-in because you want to win in the end. And so the question is, what is birthing within the womb of your mind? Some of you all may not notice, but just take a little thought analysis. When you wake up, are your thoughts of defeat, anxiety, worry, doubt? Or are your thoughts of anticipation or expectation? And this is going to be a great day. But then when you get that flat tire, or when you get that phone call that shakes you to your core, how is your day going to continue to move? And so what is your thought analysis as you go throughout the day? What is your day-to-day movement as far as, yes, I have these big dreams, I have these visions, I have all of these goals, but I'm so frustrated or I'm so anxious, I'm so worried that I don't even have the mindset to even cultivate something that would even allow me to go to another dimension. And so because of that, what is being birthed? What is being nurtured and cultivated before we start the first day in June of the remaining 6 months of 2024? How are we going to move forward? And so we're going to be on our 6th month tomorrow. And so what are we going to do today to make sure that we have what I call a win-in? And so I just want to share with you 3 takeaways. The first takeaway is, how about we have a mindset business plan? We're so quick in developing all these business plans. Let's have a 10-year business plan. Let's have a 5-year strategic plan. Let's have a 3-year sustainability plan. How about you sustain your mind? How about that be the sustainability? And I'm excited to share just even my journey, just in terms of where I am. I am not the same person that I was last year. This time last year, this actual movement that I shared with you, I Am WOMBman, I thought it was getting ready to be launched. I was on the verge of it, did this whole photo shoot, but lo and behold, my dad became ill. His health began to fail. And so there are times where you even think that you're ready, but the Lord is saying, you know what, you can really birth something that's premature. And I don't know about you, but I definitely have seen, even my nephew, he was born, premature, and all the things that it had to take for him to get up to the place where he was not in the intensive care unit anymore. Our mindset can be an intensive care unit because of the fact that we have allowed certain things to hinder us from words being said or from things from our past. Things from your past are not meant to hinder you. It was actually to make you. It was to fortify you. And so a lot of people are so quick to say, let's develop a business plan. I want to write this book, or I want to write this grant. I want to start this business. But if your mindset is not intact, you'll start off, but then you won't have the faith to finish. You won't have the mindset to follow through and be consistently consistent. So the first thing is develop a mindset business plan. So I hear that term, I'm standing on business. I stand on God's business. Because guess what? I mind my business. I have the mindset to mind and make it a business plan to make sure that my mind stays in check. And so that's why it's imperative, I know for myself, that I'm constantly before the Lord in prayer. Because this time last year, my dad's health began to fail. I immediately went into just full throttle caregiving, as well as in school, as well as being the minister of education, also working within the Chicago public school system, all of those things at the same time, being a wife, working out, all of those things. And I said, God, I'm going to need the strength and the power. So he stretched me. He pruned me. It was some spiritual labor pains that definitely fortified me and really moved me to where I am today. And so here we are a year later. And even from that, it was a whole nother movement that even got added to this experience that I will share with you at the end. So sit tight. And the Lord is saying, now you can birth it. So if you have not seen, there was a video that was created that launched I Am WOMBman, Worship, Overcome, Manifest, Bold. And it's from, my childhood home, south side of Chicago, and it talks about how now, I have lost both of my parents. Both of my parents are now in glory. My mother passed when I was in 1996, sophomore in college at Hampton University, and now my dad has passed. But those spiritual labor pains turned into gains for me because I had to have a mindset business plan. So I challenge you, don't wait until tomorrow. Start today. And if you don't know, I challenge you, ask the Lord, what is my mindset business plan? I guarantee you, if you ask, he's going to answer. And so the first takeaway is develop a mindset business plan. The second one, assess your mindset algorithm. What are those things that trigger you in a bad way? Because there are good triggers as well. Our brain actually has triggers where they're firing off all of these healthy neurons in our system. And so it makes us happy. And so because of that, no, there are good triggers. But what are those triggers that make you get upset? What are those triggers that allow you to get frustrated at a particular text message or a particular person? You see that phone ring and that person's name pops up, you feel some kind of way. And it's not a good way. So what's your thought algorithm? What is the set process that you have in terms of whether it's problem solving or how you look at a certain situation? What are those things that you say, you know what, I need to take a step back? What are those thoughts that you've allowed, even, I'm going to go there, family members, even maybe your classmates when you were a child in first or second grade, or you'll never amount to anything, or you showed this piece of artwork and you thought it was beautiful. Oh, you think that's beautiful? Not really. There was even a story I just read, true story, and there was a parent, husband and wife, and their son is, big time, prime time swimmer, and he got invited to be a part of this new team. And so he didn't know anybody, and he walked in, and this one person came up to him and said, can you even swim? Okay. He could have easily walked away defeated. He could have easily walked away angry, but he used that fire to shift him. He didn't say anything, but his movement showed them that, yes, I know I'm supposed to be here. You might not know me, but I know within myself because I've been doing my training. And so because of that, he had a thought algorithm. It could have taken him to a whole different mindset, and it could have triggered him in a negative way. But he said, no, I'm going to use this as ammunition. And so what are those things from even in your past generational thought patterns where you just always heard you'll never mount up to anything, or it's always going to be this way? Well, that doesn't make it right, and that doesn't have to be your story. Third takeaway is celebrate milestone mindset movement. And what do I mean by that? A lot of times we want to wait until everything is finished, until this project is all the way to completion. But for people who know me, I celebrate little things, because little things are big things to me. So from a great parking space to great weather, people who know me, I always say I'm going to find a teaspoon of good in everything, no matter what it looks like. Even with the passing of my father, December 23rd, 2023, 2 days before Christmas. Constant motion, him being here at the house, caregiving, hospital visits, doctor's appointments, getting prescriptions, talking to the doctor. But when I look back over, my husband said this, he said, one thing I know that you cannot say, he said that you cannot say you have no regrets, and I don't, because it was an honor to caregive for him. It was an honor to be able to be there to journey with him, even as his health was failing. He was still himself, still cracking jokes, my dad. And even on the day of his passing, of course, it wrecked me to my core. But what I can say is I still found a teaspoon of good. And if you can find a teaspoon of good in anything, I will tell you what, it adds up. And it turns into gallons of greatness and gallons of transformation within the mind. And lastly, like I said, celebrate milestone mindset movement. Whatever you did today, for example, if you want to go on weight loss or you want to go on a fitness plan, don't go out and say, well, you know what, I'm going to set up something for the next 3 years. No, how about within the next day? What are the things that you're going to need to do? And I'm not talking about having your nice workout outfit. I'm talking about within the mind. Within the mind. And I'm saying this from experience. Just being a marathon runner and a triathlete, there's a discipline that comes with that. And guess what? That discipline is across the board, whether it is fitness, whether it's starting a business, whether it's arriving to work on time every single day. There's a discipline within that. So for myself, I running a marathon, what does that look like? I could hardly run a half of a block. But I knew that I had to be what? Consistently consistent. Consistently consistent in a good way. Because you can be consistently inconsistent. I shared that with somebody and they said, oh, that's what you think of me? I said, no, that's what you demonstrate. And so you want to demonstrate being consistently consistent. Because what I realized that a half a block turned into a half a mile. Half a mile turned into a mile. And then, you know, a marathon is 26.2 miles. I didn't look at the 26.2 miles. Every single week, I was a part of this, and I still am. Kingdom Running Club, Living Word Christian Center, the best running club ever. We say, woohoo, it was. Because it wasn't just about us running. We had to get our minds right. And every single week before we start hitting the pavement, there was sessions that we had. There was workshops that we had. We had speakers, trainers coming in. We had to get our mind right. So then 26.2, it became a lifestyle. So if I said, if I can run 26.2 miles, guess what? I can have the discipline to start a new business. I can have the discipline to say, even on the passing of my dad, December 23rd, 2023, now both of my parents are no longer here with me physically. I can still say, you know what? My life is not over. And I'm willing to press through and birth actually this vision that I had no idea was going to even come to fruition. And so celebrate milestone moments. That's movement. So if it's just getting throughout the day, celebrate that. You don't have to wait until the end of the year. Celebrate that today. And so once again, I just want to do a quick recap on those 3 takeaways today. And the first takeaway is do a mindset business plan. Don't get focused on a business plan or on writing a book or starting a business if your mindset is not right. Number 2, assess your mindset algorithm. What's the rhythm of your thoughts? What are the things that trigger you? What are the things that get you upset? Why? Who said that in order in terms of you starting getting angry now? And your day was going pretty well. What is that email that got you so upset? Assess those thoughts and say, you know what? I need to what? Reinvent. I need to renew my mind. I love the scripture Romans 10:9. It does not say be ye changed. It doesn't say be not conformed to this world. It says but be ye. It doesn't say be ye changed. It says be ye transformed by the renewing. That means it's ever evolving. It's not, oh, my mind is renewed. That means it's a daily process. And the third takeaway is make sure that you celebrate mindset milestone moments. Because in that movement, it becomes mind transformation. You know what? If I can do this one day, let me see if I can do it 3 days. And then 3 days turn into a week turns into a month, and before you know it, you are moving into a whole new dimension. That's why I said from half of a block that I could run, I began to run a half marathon, 13.1 miles. Then I was able to run 26.2 miles. I didn't sign up for this. The Lord is saying, Lord told me you're going to start running. Then I was able to run 31 miles straight. Why? Because it was the discipline. It was the faith. And the Lord's like, if you can do this, okay, now I'm about to call you to do this. And so I'm excited for everybody. We're not waiting until June 1st tomorrow. Let's start today, May 31, on the 1, WON, so we can even start stronger tomorrow. And so from that, like I said, go to the video. It's actually on my YouTube page as well to see this birthing of I Am Woman, because it births within the thought process. And so because of that, our minds have to get right. And so I'm excited to launch this movement ordained by God. It gave me some spiritual birthing pains, like I said, from the passing of my dad that are inexplainable. But I realized it was for my good and it's for the betterment of me, because now I can share my journey and we can journey together. I Am WOMBman. It's a womb that we all have, that there are a lot of nurturing of some great dreams, some goals, some solutions for people. People are waiting for you. You are a solution to somebody else's problem. And so this is a 9-week experience. I don't do workshops. I don't do conferences. Because a lot of times you get that information and people who know me, I always ask, well, what's the follow-up? If there's no follow-up, then there's no follow-through to the breakthrough. It's all about the journey for me. It's a 9-week experience where these are live sessions. I am able to facilitate them. Also, we'll have some guest presenters come in and we're going to co-facilitate. It comes with a digital workbook. It also comes with this shirt. It comes in long sleeve and we're getting a short sleeve made. And also it will come with this customized tumbler. Yes, this was all handmade. I did not do this. There is a young lady, a teenager. You talking about gifted. When I shared with her the vision of what I Am WOMBman was all about, and I shared with her, the Lord gave me the colors, He gave me the name. I didn't sign up for it. I didn't. So any curriculum that the Lord gives me, God gave it to me. I don't say, 90 days from now, I'm going to write another curriculum. No. So people are asking me, so where's the next curriculum? I don't know. Because it's an experience. It's not a curriculum. And so you will also get this customized, the W is for WOMBman. And so it's an I am cut. So we want you to sip, the true sip and savor. We want you to sip on it. Every time you see this, wow, we want you to own this. So we want you to literally rock your wear, rock your gear, and to say, this is not just a cute cliche. I am walking this thing out. And so this movement begins on July 18th. It will be on Thursday evenings. Once you register and sign up your mind first. Sign up your mind, because I've registered for other conferences and other workshops and seminars times before and other programs. But guess what? My mind wasn't right. When you get your mind right first, guess what? This is going to be different. So I need you to type into the chat this time. This time is going to be different for me. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, because I went through it. I'm the evidence-based model of I Am WOMBman. It's not just something that's cute and it's a cute rhythm and it's a cute title. No, I went through the process. And so because of that, I'm honored to share my spiritual labor pains. I'm excited to share the journey that God has me on. And I want us to all journey together. Not only will you receive the 9-week experience, you'll also have 2 live group experiences together where we all come together, we all share, we share our concerns, we share our thoughts in a private setting. There'll be a private Facebook group page, and this is just one dimension. I didn't say level. I know that song, Level Up. I don't do levels. Level is nice. Level is change. Going to another dimension is transformation. So this is just one dimension of what the Lord has given me, because it's about the journey, and it's not just about arriving and you've gotten there. Now, what does it take to nurture it? What does it take with the other resources that are needed? And so I'm excited for this movement. I'm excited for us ending May 31, WON strong. So we can start June 1, WON even stronger. Why? Because we're going through our 3 takeaways. And what are your 3 takeaways? Put it in the chat. Go to my YouTube page, share, because it's all about building one another. And so what is within the womb of your mind? That is the question. And it's my prayer that from these 3 takeaways, that you'll develop a mindset business plan first. You'll assess those thought algorithms, whether it's from your parents, from your neighbors, from your classmates, even growing up, from your frenemies, sometimes friends, really enemies. I'm going to go there. What thought process of even like manipulation, control, I'm going there, gaslighting. Oh yes, experienced it. And guess what? Oh no, I'm going to break out of it, because in the words of my mom, you thought wrong. So my mindset had to think, because once it was revealed to me, I'm going to move differently. And so there's some movement that has to take place that's different than before. There's some transformation that is exciting to see. And guess what? It's not just about you going alone. It's about the journey together. And so you can go to my website, Mosaic Wellness Company, MOSAIC, wellnesscompany.com. Join the movement. There are payment plans as well. But look at this as an investment. And I remember a former pastor shared with me about, it was a conference, a week-long conference. He said, I need you to look at this as your spiritual, personal development series. And I looked at it that way. And the return on that investment, I'm still yielding the benefits, because that is my prayer for you. So this is not just something that's just taking up your time. This is an investment. And it's my prayer that your mind will begin to open up. Literally, the womb of your mind will open up to say, I can go forward. I can do this. I can finish this. And guess what? I'm taking other women with me. WOMBman. And so I'm excited to share with you today this power-packed revelation that the Lord has given me, just what is our birthing within the womb of our minds. And so it's my hope that you just don't have this information. Share with other people. Let's run this race together, literally. And when we run this race together, what they taught me in Kingdom Running Club is, don't just stop at the finish line. Run through the finish line. Because when you run through the finish line, guess what? Other people can cross. And so we all want to experience the crossover. And I say always the Christ crossover. Cross over into some new beginnings. Let's start today. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until June 1st. That's common. Let's not do common. Let's do something different and say, you know what? Let me start today. And even if I don't have all the answers, let me start this process and allow the Lord to really shift my mind, shift the algorithm, and be able to move to higher heights. I love each and every one of you all. For those who are joining me on the replay, I thank you. Share this to your page. As I always say, nations are tied to your obedience. There's a reach that you have that I'll never be able to have. But guess what? I am woman. You are this. It's not a question mark. It's a declaration. And you are that. You are a powerhouse movement. And when women get together, I can tell you we transform the world inside out. And it is my prayer that we all transform inside out and be able to move forward and not just talk about these things, but get our wombs, our spiritual wombs ready to be able to birth, get in that labor room and labor before the Lord, labor in some intensive prayer. Yes, I've saturated this whole thing in prayer because guess what? My season was praying, writing, crying, and typing throughout this whole process. And I'm excited to share what my journey is and so excited to listen and hear what your journey is as well. We're all in this together. Welcome to May 31. I didn't say the first of the month. Welcome today. Happy New Year today. Throw yourself a party. Tomorrow, what? We're starting June 1st, but your mindset is already shifted today. Love you all. Please make sure, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me an email. Your email question, info@mosaicwellnesscompany.com. So looking forward to hearing from you. So looking forward to you joining on this movement July 18th. It will definitely be life transforming, and I'm excited. Blessings to you all. Let's start, not this weekend, WEAKEND. Let's make it a win-in. Because when we have the right mind and the womb of our mind is embracing transformation, we always going to win in the end. Love you all, and let's not make it a good day, but make it a God day. Love you all, and definitely let's win in the end. Women, let's go ahead and enroll your mind, your heart, and just yourself to this new set of transformation of truly a womb man. Worship, overcome, manifest, and let's be bold about it. Love you all. Take care.